Hi, this is Artsy Wisdom, and my name is Diane. Thank you for coming by. This is the October forecast for all the 12 signs. First of all, I want to thank all my new subscribers. I don't have a ton, but those I have, I'm very, very excited about. Also, I want to thank any and all people who give me a thumbs up and like, and those who just share. You have no idea how much it means to me to have you guys appreciate what I'm doing. So here's the October forecast for all the signs. Hey Aries, this is your October reading. A really quick little summation. Mars is in your 7th house of partnerships at the beginning, and it's going to move out into your 8th house, which means your partner area has already been activated. So you may have found a lot of activity in the business, romantic, other people house. So a client, representative, even people that you hire. There's been a lot of activity around that, and it will continue that till the middle of October. In that time, you will have moved into the intimacy house. So maybe the person that you met or the activity started, and now you're going into the next level, which is intimacy, sexual activity, or more deep feeling, a well of understanding with somebody, which is really good because Mercury is also there, which tells me lots of communication. This time of year, you generally would have Mercury here. So maybe go back and think about other September, Octobers in the past, what the situations were. Maybe you can remember a time where you had a lot of communication or a lot of activity around partners. That's because of Mercury. And Venus, like I said, is in your 6th house. It's opposite Saturn. It's going away though. So that should really create a lot of expansion around you're feeling good about your health and your body. Jupiter is in your 2nd house of money. So what that means is you have been getting more money or luck about getting more money, paycheck, things of value. Feeling more valued also comes into play here. Now, this is going to be happening until next May. So whatever you create now that's giving you these extra resources, build a foundation under that if possible. It could just mean that you gambled and you won a bunch of money too. That's a possibility. So in that case, you'd want to save it for future events. So that is going to be moving through there. And yeah, I think that is it. So for all of you Aries, good luck this month in October. Hey Aquarius, if for October, you've got some luck in your partnership house. That could be romantic or business. It's also around people you hire, representatives, the other person, people that sit across the table from you. It's a really good time to share your feelings if it happens to be non-business related or maybe business related. But then it's going to move into this intimate house. Venus there is lucky. And you feel safe usually with Venus in that situation. So you may feel like you can express yourself in a deep, more meaningful way. You have luck around doing that. Mercury is in an area of your house where you're going to do some critical thinking outside the box. You may find that you have discussions more about religion, spirituality, publishing, expansion, travel. There could be discussions about traveling for the next month. You might be making some plans. Mercury's finally gone direct and everything's ready to go forward now. Mars is activating and putting a lot of energy in your career sector, your career, your reputation, how people see you, what your reputation is for years. And Mars activates whatever that has been there is lighting that up. So Mars for October is really making you maybe more busy at work, not as much day to day, but maybe focusing on your career and your reputation. And Jupiter is making in your really lucky 4th house of home and family and mom. So Uranus been in there causing you to feel like you need freedom, more expansion, and not being told what to do. Jupiter is now activating that for this month and many months ahead until May, where you finally pull the trigger and you're going to take down those walls, expand the house, move to a piece of property that gives you more room. Or you also may purge and expand into your space without having so much stuff. You might even just eliminate stuff. Or the other thing it can manifest is how having everybody there. You want to have Jupiter expands. It loves it being in Taurus. It grows things. So your family might grow. Your home will grow, but also the feeling of value, security, and safety would also grow. So yeah, good Aquarius. It looks like home, career, and travel, and your intimacy are the big highlights this month. Cancer, for your October, the area of money, home and family, and friends are highlighted. So your home has got a lot of comings and goings. There'll be a lot of activity, people traveling in and out of it, or there might be a lot of discussions about homeschooling, or maybe there's homework being done at home or working from home. Mars there is going to be it activates anywhere that it touches. So Mars in that area of your life, including mom, will take up some energy, but also you'll find that you have the energy to deal with that. And as you move farther into the month of October, Mars will activate your kid house, the house of Leo, which is about fun, creativity, risk-taking, parties, generosity, that sort of thing. So you might find you're either spending a lot of time with your kids, or they're taking a lot of your time, or maybe they've got sports and that sort of thing. Or you might find they have a get-together, or you decide to be creative and pull out those crafts that you've had in a shelf in the closet for a while. Or you get together with your friends, and that's all very indicative of Mars in your 5th house. Jupiter in your 11th house of friends and group affiliations is causing you to expand, and that's been going on for a few months. It's going to continue to next May, where you feel like you want to give and do and share, or maybe it's just the way that life goes sometimes, where you're being drawn to help out and be very generous in the way of volunteering or nonprofits, or just a group of friends that you see on the weekend and play bunco with. That group may expand, but it's in a lucky, happy place. So Jupiter there is asking you to be open to possibilities of trying new things around your friendships or groups or nonprofits. And it's a really beneficial area of your chart right now for October and on to May next year. Venus is in your house of money, and that's a super lucky place for her to be. She's about money, and she's in the money house. And it's also things of value. So she's very beneficial there. And she has been from mid-September to almost the second week of October. And then she's going to go in your area of day-to-day neighborhood, community, sibling activities. It also could mean you get a car. Venus there makes you maybe want to have a car, or you'll have luck if you're looking for a vehicle. Also makes you want to beautify your space, your neighborhood, your community. That's another way for that to manifest. But yeah, all good, Cancer. Capricorn, with Pluto traveling through your sign for many, many years, you are comfortable with all this huge transformation you've been having. Mars in your 12th or your 10th house of career is leaving this month, and it's going into your 11th house of friendships, group affiliation, expansion, humanitarian area, internet stuff. And it looks like Mars, you're going to put more energy into expanding your horizons, expanding into your outer world, not just your career, but beyond that, where people will see you, networking, that sort of thing. For October, you have a lot of energy, and the focus will be in that area of your chart because Mars activates that area. So you may want to volunteer, you may give up some of your time, but it'll be for a really good reason, and you're going to network, and all very positive. Venus is in your 8th house of intimacy and sexual activity and deep psychological stuff. It's going to be leaving there mid-October and going into another expansive worldly area where global stuff, travel, higher learning is going to be activated. So you're going to have luck there. So you might be gifted. This is a time when Venus is really lucky. You might be gifted some tickets, or get a deep, deep discount on traveling, or schooling, you get a grant or you get money, or luck. It's just very lucky and beautiful. It's about beauty and luck. So moving into travel house or expansion about publishing. So maybe somebody likes the book or the manuscript you sent them. That's another way that this can manifest. So for the next month or so, you have luck when it comes to reaching out and expanding friends and groups affiliations and global travel, internet, higher learning, abstract ideas. So those are very activated in October. And Jupiter in your 5th house of creativity is going to support that and help you get creative when you're doing these other activities out in the world. And Jupiter in Taurus is very in its happy place, and that's going to be until next May. And this is about creativity, like I said, kids, having fun, enjoying life, and not taking it too seriously. Jupiter's and Uranus there has been going that way for many years, so you're feeling like you just want to break free a little bit, and this is going to help you for the next many months, like I said, until May. And as Mercury moves through your career house, it's going to tie in with all these other things. Mercury is about communication and saying what you mean, and sharing your thoughts and your ideas. Because of that Jupiter creative area, you're going to be expanding in your career and reputation. So they're all nicely tied together between expansion, career, and creativity. So Capricorn, take advantage of that this October. Gemini, for October, your area of activity will be your area of home, family, mom, safety. And Venus is moving into there around the 2nd week of October. So she loves beauty and money. Venus is very lucky. She's asking you to beautify your space, to make it more luxurious, or you'll feel like you want to repaint it. Or also this possibility of bringing someone you love into the home. Maybe somebody's going to move in together. Or your mom, maybe you and your mom can see eye to eye for a change, and that'll help soften some of your relationships with your mom. That's another way that we can use that. Mercury's also the planet of communication, and that's activating your 5th house of fun, creativity, children, parties, all the Leo stuff, generosity. So you could be planning. I think I can just feel that, Gemini, you're talking about having get-togethers with kids, or if you don't have kids, with other people, or making it a really fun time, or just going out and having a lot of activity, going out and relaxing. After the 1st week of October, your house of health and wellness and pets and day-to-day chores kind of stuff is getting activated. So what that means is you are finding the energy is really just ripe for you to start that new diet regimen, going to yoga classes, eating more healthy, eating greener, reading books about eating greener, or eating less processed food. It also can make you feel like you want to go outside and just be out in nature. That's a typical manifestation. Or you might have doctor's appointments. Mars doesn't mean it's bad. It just means there's activity. Mars makes things come alive a little bit. So maybe if you've had plans to go to the doctor, you decide to pull the trigger and go to the doctor. And Jupiter in your 12th house of intimacy within your inner self, your things that you don't readily show people, your hidden stuff that you haven't dealt with. Sometimes that is just waiting to the point that you're ready, right? Jupiter is there now. She's in her happy place, and she's in Taurus, so she's going to expand that, and you'll feel safe, and you'll be ready to open that part of yourself up. If this is your time, Gemini, to maybe start meditation or a spiritual practice, or crystals or anything, or even just go back to church, whatever that is, and maybe relieve yourself of any of those burdens or habits or patterns, thoughts that you've been hanging on to that don't serve you or work for you anymore. So good October, Gemini. Hey, Leo, your October is going to look good for money. Venus there is helping you expand your resources. It is in Virgo, but that means it's a practical area. So you have this luck because she's a lucky sign to expand your money, anything you value, all your resources, how you look at yourself, your confidence. It's a really good time for that. And she'll be there for a good month. So if you're looking to increase your wages, it's a good time to ask. You might have some luck around that. Mars is in your going to be between your third and fourth house, which means you're going away from your neighborhood, community, maybe local stuff, and you're going to focus more on your home and family. And the energy there is going to make a lot of activity. Mars activates the area of your chart. So you might find there's a lot of comings and goings. There might be work done at your house, or you be preparing to get work done at your house. Or maybe you have to work from home. That's another possibility where you set up a desk and you do that sort of thing. But home will take up a lot of your time in October, but in a positive way. Jupiter is going to be opposite, and Jupiter's in your house of career. Great expansion, reputation, and it's been there for the last few months, and it's going to continue to next May, where it's going to give you some confidence to expand and show off a little bit. Leos, I know you like to show off. So that's good because I'm a Leo too. So Jupiter there is helping you expand, like I said, but it's lucky, and it's in Taurus, which is in his happy sign, to build and grow and make something real. And that's going to be, like I said, till next May. But it's opposing your Mars. So these two, your home and family versus your career, might have a push me, pull me thing. They might be opposite, where you'll have to decide home or work. You might have a month where you're kind of torn a little bit, because one will be there'll be a lot of busyness in both areas, home and family. And then, yes, Venus. And then Mercury is in your area of communication with your siblings, or your learning or communicating, writing, and cars. So you might be really doing some research when it comes to maybe you want to get a new vehicle, or you're having a lot of thoughts about doing that. Also, you might be talking to your siblings or your local neighborhood community people a lot. That may be part of that whole month of October, where you find that now that Mercury's gone direct, it's activating that area, and you finally, got out of the gate, and, Mars is there and Mercury. So it's making you feel like, all right, let's talk about the community. Let's talk about the neighbor. Let's get our siblings, talking to each other and moving forward on something that's been kind of stuck. Have a good October, Leo. Happy October, Libra. You guys have a lot of luck with Venus and Jupiter, your natural rulers, really encouraging you to get out there and communicate and be your true self, show yourself off a little bit. You may find that you have to get out and talk about things that are important to you more than you normally would. This has been going on since later in September, and you're going to find that as you do that, your self-confidence is going to build. The things that you value, of important things you value, things of importance like money or your resources, self-esteem, feeling good about that. Mars is moving through there, and it's going to be activating that. So you might find if you can speak to your boss, and you might find that you can reach out and get a raise, or you can increase your income. But energy will be there at this in October for you to make those moves. So you may not do it right away at the early October, but it starts and it builds. And by the end of the month, because Jupiter's opposing that, you're going to find that you're going to want to make that. And you might find that, oh, I'm seeing somebody else over there doing all these great things, and I need to do the same thing. And you get inspired by other people who are making money in a larger way, and you want to do it, personally. So that may inspire you in October to get moving and ask for that, which you need. Because if you don't ask, you don't get, right? So, and then Jupiter, like I said, it's in the other people's money's house. So other people's resources, grants, taxes, but it's also in the sexuality, intimacy, other people, connection, psychological stuff, deep psychological stuff. Jupiter there may mean, and it's been there for a few months, that you've been already started this expansion when it comes to going within and sharing that part of yourself, either with another person in your relationship or a therapist or just a friend. But it looks like you're expanding your understanding of what you need on an intimate level. And it's a really lucky area, Jupiter there. So you're going to be learning a lot between now and May. But still in October, that Mars opposite is the other people's money and your values, their values. That may come up in this October time frame. Venus is in part of the time, it's activating and it's blessing, because Venus is about love and money, but she's also very lucky. Blessing your friendships, especially at the beginning of October. And you're going to find that's very satisfying to you. You're going to find that whatever you got from your friends or your community affiliations or your groups or your humanitarian causes, you gave, or you found that you were very generous, or you felt very good about working with them in the past. And now that's affecting your inner self in a more deep, healthy way for you to gain some more understanding of what you need and how you need to share yourself in the world, if that makes any sense. Venus is moving into your house of hidden things, secrets, stuff that you want to not look at unless you're feeling good about feeling safe. And it's going there and it's making you feel like I'm ready. I'm ready to heal that part of me that is, I kind of pushed aside for years, and take this month to, maybe just do some reading and do some self-care, because that's what Venus in the 12th house is about. Taking some time to do some self-care. Even a long bath would be nice. Hey, sweet Pisces, this is your October forecast. Saturn has been starting to travel through your sign, it can start to help you get more responsible, more committed to life if you haven't been that way. But it also may teach you some lessons, which usually it's a really good time, but sometimes it's a surprise. So just beware for the next couple of years, just to be practical and think long-term. Saturn likes you to do that. Jupiter is going to be in your third house. Jupiter's about expansion. Uranus has already been there, but this is in your house of speaking, communicating, day-to-day activities, your neighborhood, siblings, your local area, but it also is your vehicle or ways that you travel. Jupiter there is classic for getting a new vehicle or getting a bigger car or something maybe a little showier. It's really lucky. Uranus has been in there, so you had some sudden changes. Maybe you had an accident or you lost your car somehow. Jupiter's there to help you maybe get another one. And that's going to be there till next May. Mars is in your area of intimacy and learning about your deep needs in a relationship. It's also about other people's money, applying for grants and that sort of thing. But for most of October, your area of your chart that's activated is higher learning, global, traveling, internet stuff, publishing, and the higher area or higher realms or more expansive realms, worldly stuff. And it's going to be activated. So very typical for Mars here is to go traveling, go see the sights, maybe just take off. That's one of those things. And it's also good for going to school. It's also going to college. Also good for spiritual activities, higher spiritual activities, maybe returning to church or something like that. It's also good for doing internet stuff, things on a larger scale where you want to experiment. Not experiment's not the right word. Energy there is just global world stuff. But Mars is going to be opposing Jupiter. So you may have a push me, pull me thing where you want to go out into the world and do these things, but your day-to-day stuff is keeping you focused on doing what you need to do with your local area. Plus Saturn is helping you be more responsible and commitment. So you're going to have to balance the activity or the energy of wanting to go global or travel or, being pulled maybe from some of your college classes and your day-to-day stuff at home, that kind of stuff, or what you want to do personally and what the world or the other people are asking you to do. And finally, Venus is in your house of health and wellness and pets, but it's moving out and it's going to be activating your partnership house. And Venus loves love, and it loves money, and it loves beauty. So Venus into Virgo is in your partnerships is really giving you luck and beneficial energy for you finding a partner. It doesn't guarantee it, but you'll be open to it more, or you'll be noticing things that maybe that energy will direct you to that right person. So good luck, Pisces, in October. Hope you find that right person, or if the person you already have, it'll also amplify that relationship and make you guys bond a little bit better. Hey Sag, this is your October forecast. Jupiter, the sign that rules your Sagittarius, is in your house of, or the area of your life, pets, natural stuff, doctors, health, nature, day-to-day work. So I don't know if this has already happened to you, but it's going to continue to make you busy at work. Your work may be so much that it may cause you to get really tired, and you may find that you're doing too much at work. So you have to limit yourself. Mars is opposing that, and Mars is about energy. Wherever Mars is in your chart, it activates an area, and it's going to activate your 12th house. So what may happen in October is your inner needs, your needs to be self-care, have self-care, your inner things that you don't always share with people, that are your little secrets or your ways of dealing with things, or your spirituality may be in competition with your day-to-day work. That may happen in October. So be aware of that. Pace yourself. Do some self-care so you don't get agitated and you don't get mad about it. The other thing that could happen is Mars could activate your need to do some therapy or do some deep dive into spirituality or get really creative. It's going to be going into Scorpio, which is the most sensitive, powerful, deep feeling sign, and it's in your 12th house. So that's also in the secret of Pisces area. So it may activate some areas of your self that you maybe haven't dealt with just for this next month. And it's going to be really positive. You've got Jupiter opposing it, but Jupiter's about expansion. So use this energy wisely. Don't let work get too much in control. Venus is helping you get your career elevated. So I can see why your work, day-to-day work would be expansion, because Venus is the planet of beauty, money, and love, but it's also very lucky. So you might find you're so busy at work is because your career is getting really lucky and your reputation is getting elevated to a higher stance. And that is really good. Or you might find that you're getting more money. Your career is allowing you to ask for more money or to ask for more things that you find of value, which could be in bigger office or, something that is beautiful around you that makes you feel more, I don't know, important, but just needed and valued. So that's Venus. And Mercury is in your house of friends and community affiliations and humanitarian stuff, nonprofits. So you may find that you're going to be maybe donating stuff or talking to your friends. It'll be a lot more activity around friendships this month. So talking to them about what you want to do, or maybe you're going to talk to a group that helps, different kind of group of people and communicate with them. But Mercury has been retrograde. So it's at the gates and it's ready to get out of here and go and be in its expansive self. So you might find that you're going to be doing some stuff around, like I said, communities and group affiliations and nonprofits, or just friends, getting together with just friends. That could be something that would be really, joyful and happy for you. I think that's it. So good luck in October, Sag. Hey, Scorpio, this is your October forecast, a little snappy forecast for you. You have a lot of activity in your partnership house. Jupiter's there until next May, which is about expansion. She brings luck and joy and beneficial activities. Uranus has already been there, so you know how this is. You want to break free from any encumbrances or things that are keeping you stuck. Jupiter there is activating that, and you may find you're very lucky when you find a partner, and your relationship grows and grows and grows. This is a really great manifestation of that with the person who's already in a partnership. But it could mean that you've asked for this freedom, and now that other person's given it to you, and you're feeling really good and lucky and beneficially connected, mutually beneficial. Or you could find that you meet somebody. There could be a sudden flurry of activity. And this is going to be until next May. Jupiter's there. So you feel that you might be ready to find that partner too. That's the other thing. That's the way that this can manifest. Mars is going to be going into your sign after the first week. So you're going to feel like you have a lot more energy this month, and you want to get things done. You want to show yourself off. You're not worried about how, you don't give a damn if somebody sees you this way or there. You're just like, this is I am, and take it or leave it, that kind of thing. So it's really a positive thing for you to use your energy in a really strong, powerful way, like Scorpio you are. Mercury's in your 12th house. What that means is Mercury's going to help you dissect and think about that relationship or that partnership quite a bit. And you're going to be asking yourself, what do I need? How does that affect me internally in the deepest way possible? Not like it's wrong or right. It's just you're going to ask yourself these questions. You may find that you journal a lot. You may find that you're talking to your friends, or you're just talking to a therapist, or you might even be creating because it's going into the house of Pisces, which is like creative, dreamy, spiritual stuff. So you might find that that's another manifestation where you're going to be looking into other spiritual stuff, religious, deep, inner creative Neptunian things, which are otherworldly, inside and out there. And then Venus is the house of beauty, or the planet of beauty and money and love. And she has been in your career house. So you have been having quite a bit of luck for the last month or so, because she's been back and forth, and now she's moving forward. And now all that energy from your career and your reputation that you harnessed, or that was helping you fix or make beautiful and use that beneficial energy in your career, reputation, how people see you, she's going forward now. So you've done what you can there in a really positive way. Now you're going to take that and reach out and network and expand your group affiliations, your associations. It could be work groups. It could be just friendships. And so work, whatever that was, is now taking a back seat to these friendships, or just you reaching out to people to have more of a loving, less work, more loving in and with your friendships and community stuff. So maybe it's a time that you get together with friends over wine and plan for your future. All right, Scorpio, have a good October. Taurus, you are one of the luckier signs with Venus in your 5th house of fun, creativity, kids. It may be that somebody might be having a baby or finding out that they're going to have a baby. This is also an area of risk-taking and having parties and fun and creativity. So Venus there is really brightening that area up of your life. So maybe it's time you want to have a get-together, or, you know, maybe it's a kid's party, but maybe it's also going to one of those paint places where you have a glass of wine and you do some painting. That's also a possibility. Jupiter is in your sign, so you guys have a lot of expansion, a lot of showing off as a possibility in the way that you would like to. Jupiter in Taurus is in a happy place. Jupiter here is very beneficial, and it's about expanding, about luck and beneficial everything. So for you, it's in your personality, how you show people. So you might find that you're a little bit more confident, a little bit more able to be, show yourself a little bit bigger, be more powerful even. That would be something that Jupiter here would signify. Uranus has been in your sign for many years. So you've been getting a little antsy, little bit. I don't want to do what anybody else tells me to do. I want to do my own thing. Jupiter is really activating that. So get ready for some fun, I guess, and expanding yourself, which is awesome. Mars is in your 7th house of partnerships, romantic or business. It could be clients, representatives, people you hire even. Anywhere, but Mars is about activating that area of your life. So partnerships, there'll be a lot more activity. Maybe you'll talk more. Maybe you'll hire more people for your home or businesses. Also, maybe you find that you'll have, you'll reach out to people to go on a date, or you'll be more interested in meeting people. That's the other way that this gets used up, So lots of really good positive area. Mercury is opposing your ascendant, so you might find that the talking to other people may be completely opposite of you. Mercury is going to go into Scorpio later in the month, which is your opposite sign. So you might find that the communication style that you normally have may need a little tweaking to help people understand your position, because Mercury is moving through your house of partnerships as well later in the month. So you might find that getting your point across, say if you do hire those people, or you do have a representative, or you do have a partnership or romantic or business, you just may have to explain yourself a little bit better. But Mercury's going direct, so it's not retrograde. So yay. Good luck in October. Hey, my Virgos, this is your October forecast. Jupiter, the planet of expansion and luck, is in your house of global stuff, travel, abstract thinking, and college and spirituality on a higher plane. And for you, this means you're really lucky, or you may really want to travel. Until next May, the energy is ripe for you guys to expand your world into the world globally. Could be that you're looking into publishing. This is another thing that would really put you out there, and you have the energy to do that. Very lucky to do that. It is opposing Mars, and it will be later in the month. And Mars is in your local stuff, your siblings, your day-to-day activities, your transportation, like cars and bike or whatever it is, and also your education, your local education, writing and that sort of thing, local meaning here. So Mars opposing that later in the month you might be it'll push me, pull me, because you'll want to expand out into the world, or you may want to travel, or you may want to take some classes, but your writing or the energy about your day-to-day stuff it may keep your energy focused here when you want to go there. So the local stuff, your siblings, your education, maybe even your neighborhood will keep you busy, and then you want to travel and go and do. So there might be a push me, pull me kind of thing. So just be prepared to adjust. And one isn't good or the other. There's no one beneficial, but Jupiter is going to be in that space longer. So maybe deal with the local stuff and your car or your siblings or your neighborhood things, and then plan that Jupiter or that expansion in your global travel area later down the road, or you can just make plans, and that was another way that this can manifest. Venus is approaching your sign. Venus has been back and forth in Leo, and she's finally out of the gate, and she is ready to go into Virgo. So yay, you. So this is going to bring beauty, love, money. And she is right at your first house of how you come across, your personality, how people see you. Great time to change how you look, to beautify yourself, if that's something you're wanting to do. Or you might seem more beautiful to people, believe it or not. She gives that aura when it's going through a sign. So, and also, she also brings luck about money. So as this moves through, you're going to find your personality, your energy, and how you appear may activate next month when she goes through Libra, and you might find that you have more resources, or you gain self-confidence from that sense of being better looking, or you feel more confident and you get more resources, meaning money or meaning things of value, your own personal value. Mercury is there now, so you're talking about doing that. You're talking about making more money, or you're communicating about your values or your resources or your day-to-day pay at work, your wages. You may find that you're doing financial calculations and a budget. That's the other way that this can manifest. It's not very exciting, but that's how that works, because you have to take care of that. And Mars, like I said, is in your day-to-day neighborhoods, that kind of stuff, and that's going to be happening all of the month. So yeah, I think for you, the only thing is Saturn is going to be opposing your sign for the next 2 years. Saturn is a planet of kind of commitment, responsibility, and a little restriction, opposite of you. So you may find that your relationships or partnerships may go through a period of adjustment. Doesn't mean bad. It just means a period of adjustment where they take more work. But that's going to be the next 2 years, and that's not this month. It looks like you're just really going to be busy and beautiful. Don't forget to subscribe. Press the button right here so every time I come out with a new video, you'll be the first to get it.